Powell Point. Hey everyone, MinerBiker here. Welcome to another adventure. This is actually my second adventure of the day today. I am at Pine Lake, just to the north and east of Burrow Canyon. Powell Point's just over that way. That's actually where I was the first ride today. Make sure to check out that video that posted last week. So we're going to check out the Burrow Canyon trail that starts just over on the other side of Pine Lake over there and will drop us off into Henderson Canyon, and then we're going to loop back up and out the top of Henderson back to here. Not a super long ride, but should be pretty decent, pretty tough still on the heels of what we've already done today. So here we go, Burrow Canyon. Starting out here at Pine Lake, crossing the dam. Me and my bike are both already a little tired and very dirty. This is our second ride today. Already 27 miles and 3,300 feet into the day. If you want to see what we done first part of the day that got us a little tired and very dirty, check out last week's video. Reminds me of Grandview. Oh, Ponderosa Forest is some of the prettiest ever. Burrow Canyon Trail, 2 miles down Henderson Canyon Trail. But we've had quite a few horses on it recently, so that'll make it a little rough. Nice to see that people actually use it with horses though. A lot of these trails nobody even uses them anymore. Pretty cool already. Definitely got Grandview vibes. Very cool. That's how well worn in it is. compared to a lot of trails I ride, this is very well worn in. Whew. Little rock fall there. Yeah, a little rock fall damage there. Very cool trail. Cool little canyon down through here. Hush brakes. Way cool. Definitely had a little grand view. Much more well used and worn in than most of Grandview is. Most of Grandview is not even close to as well worn in and used as this is. Up off those roots. This reminds me so much of multiple spots on Grandview that this is just like. Okay, it's cool. What a cool trail. And it's a very surprisingly good trail. Oh, we go. Ah! These switchbacks are some of the better ones I've ever seen on these old Forest Service trails. They're tight, steep. Whoa, a heck of a rock water bar. So cool. Wow. Look how thick and gnarled that old juniper tree is. I think it's cool. It's probably been living out here for 1,000 years. This is Henderson Canyon right down here. We're already almost at the bottom of it. Such a cool trail. This thing's awesome. The only bad thing about it is it's going to be too short. I'm going to be kind of bummed when it's over. Hell catchers. Whew. Getting a little steeper and more gnarly here towards the bottom. Yeah, that's quite the little trail. Cool as heck. Creek in Henderson Canyon. Ugh. Burrow Canyon trail we just came down. Now we're going to turn and go back up the Henderson Canyon trail. Loop back up around the Pine Lake. That was a cool little trail. Got pretty wild there right at the end. Those steep, tight switchbacks were definitely pretty sketchy on a bike. Still cool though. Super fun. Run it out. All these wonderful ponderosas and the big pink cliffs up above. A washed out. Here's our intersection with the Under the Point trail. I rode that one 2 years ago, coming from that direction through here, and then went on to the top of Henderson Canyon trail over here, then looped clear up around Powell Point and dropped off the other side. That was a pretty epic ride, so make sure to check that one out. We're going to hang a left and continue on the Henderson Canyon trail up to that saddle up there, and then drop back to Pine Lake from there. Hard to see through the trees from right here, but Powell Point is right up there through the trees. As we get up onto that ridge up there, I'll have a spectacular view of it. Too steep and loose to pedal up, especially with tired legs. It's all been churned up by horses. A little hike bike's good for you. that's a big log going uphill. There's Powell Point. I was actually up on top of that thing 4 hours ago. I was on top of that. And the first ride today. Oh, the landscape. Oh, man. Woo! Top of the Henderson Canyon Trail. Drop back down to Pine Lake now. Back to Pine Lake. Oh, so good, so pretty. everyone. Here we are back at Pine Lake in the truck. Quite the epic day. Here wrapping up the second ride of the day, down through Burrow Canyon and back up through the top of Henderson. Absolutely beautiful. That Burrow Canyon trail was pretty darn cool. That was even better than I was hoping it'd be. And then the top of Henderson's a grind to get out of, but it is absolutely beautiful. Stunning pink cliffs, Powell Point and stuff. And then back here at Pine Lake's just beautiful. Love it. All total today we did 39 miles and 5,100 vertical feet between the two rides. Most of that was on the first ride. I think I was 3,600 or so feet vertical and like 26 miles or so on that first ride. Most of it was there, but we had another 13 or so miles and another 1,500 or so feet by doing this one. Anyways, make sure to check out that previous video that posted last week that was earlier today. And thanks for watching this one. Check out other videos will be linked, especially the one where I looped around Powell Point 2 years ago. That was a incredibly wonderful ride. Thanks again for watching. Leave us a comment, like that hit button, subscribe if you haven't already, and keep digging up new places to ride, hike, or otherwise adventure in the great outdoors on your own power is always the best.